Hello, and welcome to this second video in the LEGO Waterfall Project Management series. If you missed the first video explaining this idea and what we're going to dig into, check out the link somewhere up here. But this video is going to focus on initiation. This is the first big phase of a waterfall project, and it's where the general shape and idea of the project come together. This will look a little bit different for our LEGO example because I will be taking on the role of project sponsor, the person who would have money or budget or authority to start a project, project manager, the person who would manage and coordinate everything, as well as the project team, the people doing the work. In a corporate project, this would be different people or groups of people, but here it's just me. So I'll explain these little differences as we go. Initiation ends when something called a project charter is completed and signed off on, and the project team has a kickoff call explaining what's going to happen. Now, that project charter is some high-level information about the project. In the case of our LEGO kit, it will be things like how much budget we might have. How much do I want to spend on LEGO? It will be things like who will be part of the team? What skills or experiences will I need to go find? In this example, it's just me, but it could be maybe including one of my kids or a friend to help me build it. It's also going to include our scope, or what we will be doing in the project, and also what we won't be doing. So for this project, my scope will be to identify a single LEGO kit to buy and to build. And it will also include finding a place to put it. Now, in the case of my LEGO scope, I want to think through the kind of kit I want to do, because there's a lot of LEGO. So I'm going to rule out anything that's fantastical. I'm going to rule out anything that is from like Marvel. I don't want action figures, and that'll be outside of my scope. Now, in my scope, I want some kind of LEGO that I could display, something that might look nice maybe on this window right behind me, and that will help guide me in my planning and execution. And I'll think through some other things that I don't want to do, and I'll also think through things I do want to do, because this will help me better find a LEGO kit I want to do, and then when I'm building it, help guide me in terms of how will I construct it and where will I place it when I'm done. I'll also think through some constraints I might have. I couldn't have a gigantic LEGO kit, I just don't have enough space for it, so I'll need a smaller or medium-sized one. I might have some other constraints, like the amount of space I have to build, or the amount of time I can dedicate to the project. I'll think through risks. My cats might knock the LEGO kit over, so I'll have to find some way to make sure that doesn't happen. One of my kids may find it and break it. I might build it incorrectly, or I might push it over. So I'll think through some high-level risks. During planning, I'll dig a lot more into these, just so I can be sure I can control for them and make sure they don't happen. And I'll also think through a very high-level timeline. I'll think in terms of milestones, bigger pieces of work, and I'll figure out when will these milestones be completed, or when will I target completing them. One milestone here will be getting the LEGO kit. Another one will be completing building it, and my last milestone will be finding a place to put it. So this project will have 3 milestones: get the kit, build the kit, display the kit. I've thought through some risks, some things that could happen. I could knock it over, the cats could get it. I've thought through some constraints, it can't be too big, and I've considered my scope. What do I want to include in the project? Again, if this was a big corporate project, I would have to write all this down and work with different people to confirm it. But for myself, that's my initiation phase. I've determined what I want to do, what I don't want to do. And I've thought through some other things like risks or constraints or timelines that will help me in planning. Depending on the size of the project, initiation could be quick or very long. Again, in this case, small project, quick initiation. So that's our initiation phase. The project is ready to go. I've figured out how to acquire my resources and budget. And next up comes planning. Planning's where I'll think through each step of the process and how to construct the kit, and also consider things like risks or assumptions or constraints that I'll have to deal with. Hope you enjoyed this quick exploration of initiation with LEGO, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in planning soon.